I joined PIMCO 4.5 years ago, and I've been in industry for about 12, 13 years now. I started my career at Goldman Sachs on the trading floor, on the credit trading desk, and I've remained in the asset class ever since. So I joined from the sell side where I was a counterparty for PIMCO, and 4.5 years ago, I got a call inviting me to come and meet the lovely people on the other side of the fence. And I did, and never looked back. We are working on a very diverse talent pool, meaning that people on my team have come from all sorts of backgrounds. There are historians, there are artists by training, there are philosophers, there are STEM scientists. Myself went through a economic training at undergrad, so I was an economist, but there is no training or qualification that can really prepare you for this job. There's a lot of on-the-job learning, and it's much more important that you have the right framework for thinking than any piece of paper. Yes, so I would start the day at potentially 8:30 in the office, but prior to that, I would have already read the news that happened overnight and the helpful emails colleagues from Asia sent. And we have our morning meeting at 9 o'clock, where all the PMs in credit or in our strategy, product strategy, gather together and share what's important in the day ahead and highlight investment opportunities, etc., to each other. And then for the rest of the day, I would be splitting my attention between meeting issuers, looking at specific investment opportunities, doing relative value analysis, and then going to the execution part of it as well. So there is no real set format of how my day could go. For instance, sometimes I could end up staying to speak to our US colleagues until 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night, but that doesn't happen every day. And there will be other times where we are working on a more thematic project where I almost abandon my day job and focus almost solely on those shorter term projects for 2 weeks or 2 months. I love the aspect of marrying intellectual curiosity and challenge to the commercial, meaning that I could be looking into an industry that I know nothing of 2 weeks prior, doing a deep dive, really getting to know the ins and outs of the supply chain, of the market structure, etc., and using all of that knowledge to inform my investment decision. And that, I feel like that breadth of challenge is refreshing. It never grows old. And knowing that there is a tangible output at the end of it, to me, is the most beautiful thing. That's an excellent question. I think different people will have different answers, but the skills that I feel like I benefited the most from are, first of all, analytical thinking. So you need to have the clarity of thought or structure of thought that helps guide you through your day job or your process. And then you have to be quite comfortable in making decisions. And this is a multifaceted skill, meaning that you need to have a good process when it comes to making decisions, how you think about it, how you gather information, and what tests do you put yourself through before you come to a conclusion. And you also have to be rather open-minded. You're not afraid of saying, I made a mistake, a new piece of information came up, let me revisit. And this is where also having a good process will help you revise your decision or conclusion at a later stage. And thirdly, curiosity as well as the ability to learn. There's so much on-the-job learning that you just cannot be taught. You have to go out and find it, and hopefully that's driven by curiosity. That makes it much more enjoyable. And I guess the last but not least is communication. It is how you communicate your ideas, how you influence, and also how you are able to become most effective in a team setting. And that's a huge emphasis here at PIMCO. Dream big, aim high, and don't be afraid of differences. being different usually means that you bring something new to the table, and be brave.